It is Tuesday, um, July. I almost said June. July 1st. We are here at the shop around 7:35 after a very, very long day. Um, I don't know what this is. Why does this say top fans? First, the showing support. Ugh. Okay, there's something called top fans now. Anyway, coming to you from the shop. Just finished. Hey, Mark. Just finished putting up the new stuff that's out tomorrow that we're gonna look at tomorrow, because it started raining here heavily enough that I didn't have anyone in. I was like, you know what? I've gotten all the single issues in the hold list and everything. Now let's make sure we have room, which was very tricky. There's just so much coming out. It's like a constant refrain here. There's just so much coming out. But yeah, it's very hard to focus and act like this all like matters when that horrible bill just passed in the Senate this morning. I don't know. I don't know what kind of world I lived in that I thought I had faith that. Yeah. So that's been a downer. That's been a downer like all day. The sky just opened up and started raining, but when it started raining, it also increased the humidity inside so much. I don't really get how, but like I am not just warm now, but now I'm muggy. So it's really unpleasant. But I didn't do a live stream yesterday. I didn't want to do one of these Tuesday live streams I do at home and say, hey, sorry I didn't look at the new books after not doing a live stream yesterday. Yesterday was just a very long day. Thank God it was busy at the shop. We were pretty busy. And then at home I just did so many things. It just didn't end. That by the time I could have even sit down and done the live stream, it was after 10 o'clock. I really didn't have anything to say or talk about. So yeah, we missed one. I will say that the thing that I did want to talk about, all the craziness going on with Diamond, we had two new things happen with all the Diamond craziness that's happening in the world. Hey Sam, one, all the people who had books on consignment with Diamond, the Diamond is now selling, are putting together a lawsuit. They are suing Diamond. They are saying you cannot sell this stuff. We did not miss out filing it in the Chapter 11. We purposely didn't because it was consignment, blah, blah, blah. And they're preparing a whole statement to do that, to get their books back from Diamond. I don't know how bankruptcy court works in America too well, but I don't think they have a case. But again, I don't know anything about it, so that's possible. The other thing that happened is Diamond said officially that the pull box system that we use officially is no longer supported. It still works, but it's no longer supported. They literally said it doesn't work anymore. It's not available, which is like, it's there. I use it, but I downloaded all my stuff. As I said, in July. This new month, I am putting focus onto if we're going to get a new system and what new system we will use, etc., etc. So I started that today, started putting the work in to get a new system. But most importantly, I got a lot of new books. So let's look at the new books. We've got Blue Lock 19, actually came out last week, came a little late. Don to Don 13 also came out a few weeks ago, but we just got our restock of it. I Want to Be Your Girl. Mark, I think you'd really like this one because it just looks so soft and cute. Basically, this girl has a crush on this one their whole life, and then they're about to start high school, and this one comes out as trans, as a girl, and this one says, I support you, I love you, no matter what, and it's about them sort of trying to navigate a relationship while she is coming out and dealing with that in high school in Japan. So, could be incredibly intense, but it looks like they're really going for a fun and light silly little romance along with that stuff. So that's a pretty exciting one. We've got Go Tanabe's latest adaptation of Lovecraft, The Color Out of Space, which is really an older Lovecraft story. Tanabe always kills it on these Lovecraft adaptations. Whole bunch of kids books we're going to talk about afterwards. That's really what's taking up the most space here. We got the Sunny book. Sunny Figures It Out. The Jennifer and Matthew Home, who do the Baby Mouse books, this is their 6th Sunny book, so that's pretty exciting. The Cosmic Con. This is a beautiful little comic about Canada in the 70s. We've got the second Unico based on the character by Tezuka, Matthew Satine, right? Matthew? Doesn't say that back. Satine and Gurihiru turned it into a really funny, fun modern epic for the modern era. We've got The Authority, Relentless, Warren Ellis and Brian Hitch's original run on The Authority, where they introduced these characters as the super intense, gritty superheroes that they are. Karmapopolis, The Land of Cars, Nick Bertozzi. Nick Bertozzi, in my mind, can do no wrong. Nick Bertozzi, just awesome. These are some kids from our world who get shifted over into the world of Cars. Looks really fun, looks really far out and weird. And if anyone can do far out and weird, well, it's Nick. Tilly Walden's Clementine, Book 3, also came out 2 weeks ago, but we just got our copies. That is the third and final of the Tilly Walden Clementine, based on the video game set in the world of Walking Dead novels, and it's finally here. Vaughn Bodet's Dead Bone Erotica. This was originally collected years and years and years and years ago as Dead Bone Volume 1, Dead Bone Volume 2. This is both of them in one, and a lot of extras in a big hardcover. Harold Schechter and Eric Powell, who did the Ed Gein book, come back and do a book, Dr. Worthless, a exploration into Frederick Wortham, who almost killed the comic book industry. DC finest collection of The Legend of Wonder Woman. The Legend of Wonder Woman was 10 issues. 10 issues, I believe. It was 4 issues, but this is the lead up to it. By the great Trina Robbins, Kurt Busiek, and Dan Mishkin. Legend of Wonder Woman. This is also all the Trina Robbins and Mindy Newell work from Wonder Woman in the 80s. Detective Comics, Mercy of the Father. This is Tom Taylor and Michael Janine's great little run on Detective Comics. A spoiler-heavy storyline. Kids books. Now, unfortunately, every kids picture book publisher puts all their books out in one go. So there's a bunch of new Bluey books. The little floppy ones came out along. I only got 2 of them, but like all 4 of them came out this week. I got Swim is a really fun one, and Mini Bluey, which is a favorite in my house. What I really like is that they've changed the Bluey books and now they are bilingual. All the text appears in Spanish and English. I really love it, especially as late in some bilingual classes. I thought it was really great. We got a Disney Princess book about fall and fun, featuring Rapunzel as she is... Sorry, not featuring Rapunzel, featuring all the princesses doing different fun fall-themed stuff. Quite early for this book, but that's how picture books work. We got World of Reading, Spidey and Amazing Friends. This is 4 adventures. They've already done 2 of these, and this collects both of them. So it's all the Spidey World of Reading books. 2 new Pokemon Super Reader books, Pokemon Sweet Surprises, and Ready, Set, Catch. Lastly, we got some Little Golden books. A Little Golden book about the Fantastic Four. Obviously, they have a movie coming soon. Little Golden book about the power of friendship on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which if you know that I'm watching with Lila right now. Yeah, French and English, Mark. Yeah, wrong country, but close. And then a Little Golden book about Clue, which if you'll recall, my daughter, who I'm watching Buffy with, just starred in her school production as Worth. So had to get that. The Little Golden books move very slowly, but they move. The Bluey books always move. I just wish that they came out at a better schedule. I consider not getting any of those children's books because children's books have been moving slowly. But specifically, that young reader section has moved books of interest. It hasn't necessarily moved certain ones that have always sat there, but I can't assume that nothing moves there because some stuff does. So I got some new things. We will see how it goes. I'm exhausted, man. I'm exhausted on so many levels. Like I said at the beginning of this, I'm exhausted on a cultural, political, life level. I'm exhausted, as I continue to talk about, with all the changes and mess up, insane stuff happening in the comic market. I'm done. I really cannot focus or deal with it much anymore. I'm not really sure what I will do. Since I feel that way. And even more so, I am really, really done with. I don't want to be mean. I have to think of a nice way to say this, but um, my super casual customers. I have many, many people who come in here uh, not often, to put it bluntly. They come in here 2 or 3 times a year and they say things to me that are so presumptuous that like I don't know what to do. And so summer has begun and I've started to get sorry, I noticed something was in the wrong place and now I'm trying to fix it while also doing a live stream. Um, I rearranged the entire store this year. Now the store has been in its if you've watched the live stream regularly, you know, the store has been in basically its final form, not finished, but basically in its final form for 2 or 3 months now. I would say, well, it's July, but really end of March, beginning of April, we really had the store arranged this way. Um, the signs didn't start until the middle of June, but the basic arrangement has definitely been here since before Free Comic Book Day. Let's be nice and say April. So April to May, May to June, June to July. So let's say 3 months. People are coming in and be like, whoa, you changed up the whole store. And it's like, have you really not been? And some of them, I know they haven't been here 3 months because the guy came in, he's like, oh, I'm just getting comics for my kids for camp. And I'm like, right, you're the guy who comes in every year this time of year and gets comics for kids for camp, and then he'll come again in July and get some more comics, end of July, and get some more comics for his kids. And then sometimes they'll come at the end of August and pick up some comics. And then I won't see him again. He might only live here in the summer. I don't know. But there are loads of people walking in and being like, whoa, yeah, wow, you really changed your world. And it's like, look, I understand that there's people who walk in who I haven't seen in years. I understand there's people who come in because they're visiting people here. But like, you live on Long Island, you live around here, you don't know I changed your store, that's fine. But don't then act like you're a regular customer of mine and I should know what you've bought previously or I should. So yeah, but more than anything, it's all the other frustrations, the problems with the comic distribution, the comics with this freaking country, really exacerbating my own little annoyances at people. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Tomorrow we will look at all the new single issues that I just showed you. If you're watching later or you're watching right now and you want some of the books that I just showed off, please don't hesitate to reach out. And until tomorrow, remember, damn it, babies, you gotta be kind.